Hello and welcome to this tutorial by Asiv12. Today we're just going to be going through the fundamentals of PHP. We can't just drag and drop our files into a browser this time, so before we get into the coding, I'm just going to show you a couple of things you're going to need. Now, to run your PHP scripts, unless you don't have a web host, you're going to have something called Apache, MySQL, and PHP. You can download these one by one, but two places have specifically put together packages which make you able to just install all of them at once. One of them being WAMP. Just search WAMP in Google and click on this first one. It should be em.wampserver.com. Might be different if you're in the US though. And you should come up with this page. And you just want to click downloads and download WAMP Server 2.0. Don't be misled by this 5 here. WAMP 5 is actually an older version compared to WAMP 2.0. And anyway, once you've got... Oh wait, before I go on to that, let's just go back to this other one. There's also XAMPP XAMPP, done by Apache friends. And you can just scroll down and select whichever one you want. I've used both of these, and I have to say I preferred XAMPP. Sorry, not XAMPP, WAMP. XAMPP was a bit faulty at times. Anyway, once you've got it, if you decide to get WAMP, you'll get this WAMP Server 2.0 b.exe. Just install that. Both of them, sorry, are very easy to install. Just follow the instructions on screen. And most likely they'll ask you if you want to create a directory, and I used the C disk to place that. And if you used WAMP, you just have to search WAMP, double click that so you're in C WAMP, and then double click the www folder. Okay, so now we're in C WAMP www, and you want to create a folder called test PHP scripts, or it doesn't have to be called that, but you just need to create a new folder. And then we're going to open Notepad++ and save the file as you just need to navigate back to that same place. So C WAMP www, and then inside here save it as I'm going to save it as test.php. Okay, so now we have our PHP file finally. Okay, so PHP has to open and close, all PHP has to be inside PHP blocks, and you represent these by a less than sign, and then a question mark, and then PHP, and then a couple of lines down we're just going to close it by typing a question mark and a greater than sign, and all our code will go inside these two blocks. First I just want to talk about comments. Sorry. There's the first type of comment, which is called a single line comment, and that just starts with a double /, and we're just going to type some stuff to remind ourselves. This is a single line comment. You can see Notepad++ nicely color codes the comment to green. So this is a single line comment. It can only be one line. Now if you run over that one line and you start typing rubbish, it's going to consider this as code, and that's a bad thing. It will throw an error and your script will not work. Comments are ignored as code. They're simply there for us humans to understand the code. So when you're making a big project, you type up a ton of code, you want to comment it so when you come back you understand what you're reading, and you can jump into it straight away rather than having to read the code all over again for 10-20 minutes. You know, you can jump straight in if you've commented it because you know what's happening. Generally, if you're gonna, let's say you're gonna create a bunch of variables, you just want to comment what each block of variables is doing. So you've got a variable which displays a message. You've got a variable which displays an error message, so one which displays good and one which displays a bad, and then if this happens, display the error message, or else, display the good message, etc. So you'd use comments to comment or label, you can say that. Now the second type is the / and the star. You can see it's nicely coded at green again, and we're just going to type this is a block comment. It can be, oops, oh no, can be over multiple lines, and then just close it with the opposite of a star and then a / open with a / and a star, and you can see it's nicely commented both of these. Now new line, let's jump into the dirty part where we're just going to be printing or echoing hello world, a very simple thing to do, and it's one you always do when you learn a language. So there are two ways to do this. We can use print or we can use echo, but they both work the same except you just use a different word. Open the quotes, type oops, hello world. You can see it's graded out to show it's the stuff that's going to be printed or echoed in this case now. Hello world, and just save this. Okay, so we got our comments, we got our prints and echoes, and we got our PHP blocks. We just file save or Control S, and now we can't just go and drag and drop this in here. We first have to go to, we can do this three ways. We can type localhost, we can type 127.0.0.1, which is the local IP, or finally we can click this little icon down here. If I forgot to mention that, I think I did. You just need, once you've installed WAMP, go start all programs, click on WAMP server, start WAMP server, and you'll get this little icon. What you want to do is you want to, if it says put offline, leave it. If it says put online, click put online, and it should turn from what it looks like a sort of helmet to this sort of clock, half clock, and then click start all services, which, whoops, I click stop there, start all services, and that starts Apache, PHP, MySQL, all that stuff. And anyway, we're just gonna click this, left click this, and click localhost, and this automatically opens this, and it gives us our this nice default page WAMP has made for us. Just go into that file you made, the test PHP scripts, and you should see your file test.php. If we click that, okay, so here we have echoed and printed both ways. Hello world, hello world. So that's just some basic fundamentals of PHP. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial by Sub12. Over and out.